Welcome, adventurer. This is the Grand Magic Library, also known as the biggest collection of magical knowledge in all of Fiore. It's a pleasure to have you here. I am this library's guardian. You can call me Finch, or just the librarian. Trust me, there's a reason I'm telling you this, dear. It could happen that you forget my name rather unwillingly. So, the odds of you managing to call for the librarian is higher. Well, before we continue, there are a few rules in here you have to follow. If you can't comply with any of those, I have to ask you to leave and not step any further. 1. You stepped into this library of your own free will. 2. You do not question the instructions I give you after this point. 3. You will be as silent as possible. 4. Every book will be handled with great care. 5. You only follow the paths you have been told to. 6. You keep your hands off books you aren't allowed to touch. Do you understand all of these rules? Perfect, my dear. Then we can go and explore a bit. Of course, I got a letter from your guildmaster that you want to set out on your first quest. And part of that is knowing where you'll find certain information in the library. So, let us begin. This front section is for healing magic, a section you should spend a lot more time in than you probably want, because dealing with cuts, bruises, burns, poisons, and mana sickness will be quite the common occurrence, and I don't want you to die so easy. You know, ever since I started advocating for new adventurers to start here, the mortality of them went down 70%. Now, a bit further down, we have the necromancy section, which is one of the reasons you don't touch random books you aren't allowed to. But you won't need to summon skeletons or ghosts in the near future, right? That answer took a bit too long. I guess I will have to make sure that you can't enter this section. Okay, so we got life, death, and undead covered. What's next? Right, you're supposed to check on the great tree in the Whispering Forest, which means you will need to know about elemental magic to protect yourself. Well, the spirits there aren't really harmful. It's just they like to play and struggle to estimate how strong a human is. So, a bit of flame magic is important to tell them off. And water magic in case you cause a fire. Trust me, you wouldn't be the first adventurer that gets lost or burns down a large bit of the forest. In the worst case, you could end up doing both. Don't look so afraid. We haven't even reached the monster sections yet. I personally like that section because it is filled with creatures from all over the world. Some higher ranking adventurers even use the monsters in the books as inspiration to where they should plan their vacations. That is looking a bit too far into the future. Okay, that only leaves 2 more sections for us to explore. What kind of weapons do you use anyway? You're a mage. Then we can skip visiting the weapons section. Until you're good enough for it to make a difference, at least. Well, I guess that's the important areas. You kept count. There is one more section here I haven't told you about. No, the section with banished spells is in the basement. I wasn't counting that. And to tell you the truth, the section only exists to get little adventurers like you to read. Oh, because there's a count spell on you that tells the doors how many books you have read here. If you are over the right amount, you can just walk down there. So the last section is rather dangerous for the weak-willed and faint of heart. The psychology section. No, really, there are books about dealing with mind control, hypnosis, lost memories, hypnosis, manipulation, hypnosis. What do you mean I said hypnosis 3 times? That would be silly. Maybe your ability to count needs some work. Or maybe I have you already under my spell. You have been listening to me for quite a while now, and it would be so terrible if you didn't follow my orders. You did give me permission to give you instructions, didn't you? Yes, you did, dear, and you are more than happy. Just drop, dear, deeper and deeper down. Listen to my words and relax. Think about how your mind has been getting calmer the deeper you stepped into my library. How welcoming it is, and how all these words just make you sleepy. Your eyes look so heavy. I bet it's a drag to keep them open. Just close them fully as you drop a bit deeper for me. I am here. There's no one around to cause you harm. You can feel the warm, fuzzy feeling inside of you go stronger and stronger. The more you let go and give in, the stronger it gets. Picture how all the warmth is moving through you, relaxing you more and more, till you want nothing more than to fully drop. Let your mind slowly drift apart, drift more and more, till there's only a shallow puddle of your mind left, so shallow and untouched by any thought. Doesn't it feel great to be so shallow and under my influence? Sadly, I can't leave you here like that. Your guildmaster would be so mad if I kept another adventurer for my pleasure. Although, I could send the poor girl back if you want to stay. It has been nearly 2 years since I got a hold of her mind. No, I can't give her back yet. Just feel my fingers slowly touching the surface of your puddle, forming small ripples all over the place. Each ripple gives you a bit of space for a thought, and with each new thought landing there, will you wake up more and more. One thought creates 2 more, and so on. Your mind starts to slowly bounce back until you're awake again. Wake up, dear. And that, my dear, is why this section is dangerous. Or do you not remember anything I just said? Well, in that case, we will have to start at the beginning. 1. You stepped into this library of your own free will. Looks like you do remember that part well enough. In any case, we are in the elemental section again. So, there are the books for fire, and next to it are the water spells. If something happens, you know what to call me. Oh, you managed to remember my name. That's adorable, my dear. Maybe I should have switched you out when I had the chance to.